Hello, welcome back to Divinity Gems. On here doing my readings for the week of June 18th through 24th. So this is going to be for my Tauruses. Hey Taurus, welcome to Divinity Gems. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I also have a website where I do personal readings. It's www.divinitygems33.com. Okay. I already pre-shuffled and put some intent on these cards. Just going to do a few final shuffles. Get some energy going here for my Tauruses for the week. Okay, let's cut this deck 3 times. All right, let's pull you guys 9-card spread and see what type of energy we're getting for Taurus the week of June 18th through the 24th. Bottom of the deck was the 3 of Air, the doubt card. We're having some doubts about something going into this week. But with that 3 of Air card, those 3 black feathers up there that you know you are protected through whatever this is. So let's get into your reading and see what it is you're having doubts about possibly. Whatever it is, it's about to be returned pleasurable to you. So you don't even need this doubt. I told you were protected. It's going to bring pleasure into your life this week, Taurus. You were scared about something, but it's bringing pleasure and fulfillment into your life this week, whatever that situation was about. And back up, I got this card out next, which is the Daughter of Earth. If it's not about an actual pregnancy or a birth fertility, this is also about the birth of a new venture or a new you being born. So something that you've been putting your heart and mind into is about ripe and ready to give birth to the fruits of that. It's about to come to fruition in a pleasurable way. 6 of Water is all about pleasure. 7 of Water is about access. So this is emotionally, quite possibly emotional situation that you were having feelings about, letting all of that out this week, Taurus. Letting all of it out, letting it flow. Because you didn't need it all in the first place. You don't need 7 bowls. There's 2 bowls up there still ready and left. Those are the ones that you needed. The rest of them needed to be let go for a reason. So it's funny contrast from this 6 of Water, pleasure, 7 of Water, access. So you let go to get to your pleasure. You let go of some of those water, some of that water to get to the pleasure. Clarity is out next with the 6 of Air. So whatever this situation was, probably emotionally, that you needed to let some water out, let some emotions go, clear up some emotions, deal with them. You were not knowing how to possibly deal with that situation in order to get to the rebirth of the new idea, the new venture, the pleasure that you were looking to gain. You're going to receive clarity if you have not yet already received clarity on how to proceed with that situation to get the best turnout, the desired turnout, which is the pleasure. Next card out is the Son of Earth. So he's gathered and he's prepared everything, and all the fruits of his labor, he is excited to go out and share with the people. Look what I got. Look what I've got. Look what I've made. And so now with this fruit, he's willing to take that and share that with the rest of the village, because it's a good feeling when you get where you wanted to get. It's a really good feeling. So not only do you get it and you get to reap the rewards and the fruits of your labor, but you get to share it with others as well. When you see this type of card, you get to share it. This is about the Son of Fire, mentally not believing that he can do something, with those situations, not mentally believing that you can give birth to this new venture here, this new you, or this idea that you want to receive pleasure from because of all this access that was there. But when this happens, when I see this card, you get the lightning bolts of clarity into your head. It just blows whatever those doubts and insecurities of I can't do it, and what about this and what about that? And no, it releases all those feelings outside of your mind. He put his bow and arrow down, which means he knows he doesn't have to fight anymore for it. Whatever is about to come, you've already done the work. You've already done the work, and you're going to receive mental clarity. Those lightning bolts in the head are mental clarity. You're going to receive mental clarity on how to give birth to this venture and get your pleasure out of it. Accumulation is out next, which goes right with the pleasure. This is returning the fruits of your labor. So you're about to receive that accumulation going into this next week. Spiritual Warrior is out. So it was something you had to fight through. You had to fight through mentally and not listen to a whole lot of outside sources that were probably causing you to doubt whether or not you can do this situation or not. He's not listening to any outside influences as a spiritual warrior. He's relying on intuition, that bird above, and the things that he's already gathered, that he already has to be a spiritual warrior. He's got a medicine pouch there. He's ready to go spread forth. He's healing and be a spiritual warrior, uplifting. So this new venture that you have planned, that you have put effort for, the seeds that you planted for it, they're coming back to be fulfilled and bring you back pleasure. The accumulation that you're going to receive from having those, enough for you to even be able to share it. That's a whole bowl he gathered off that accumulation. He's ready to share with the whole village. And then you have just pleasure. And that type of feeling when you have something and you're sharing it with others and you're mentally clear, that's a joyful feeling. That's how you get pleasure. It's how you be a spiritual warrior. Last card out was the Daughter of Air, which is about knowing. It's the full intuition there with that bird up there. She is really, really concentrating and focusing so that she can learn. She's on the verge of figuring out just who she is in this world and which way she wants to go. And that's the best place to be. Till you get to the Mother of Air and you fully know, you're fully clear on it. But that's where you want to be, Taurus. That's just where you want to be mentally clear, because we do have a whole lot of holdback sometimes with that type of energy of a Taurus. Sometimes you just have the idea and you want to give birth to it and you want to make it manifest, but then that doubt holds you back all the time from making the moves that you need to make to go ahead and get it done. So once you release that doubt, the pleasure will come in. Once you have that knowing that what you asked for with the Daughter of Fire energy, she has that mental clarity too. Those lightning bolts are striking by her head just like the Son of Fire. This is getting that clarity, that insight, that knowing. These two came out on another reading for me too. It's in harmony with spirit. It's in harmony with what you've been asking for to receive your pleasure. It's already in harmony. So you don't have to doubt. All you need to do is trust within yourself. Stop the negative thinking, because it's not serving you any purpose. That's not how you get things accomplished. Doubt and negative thinking. You need that fire energy there. That fire energy is how you make that goal get accomplished. It's how you get to your pleasure. It's how you get to your pleasure. What I say, how you get to your pleasure. Waterfalls and rainbows. That's how you get there. Mentally knowing that you can do it without listening to others. Blocking out negative thinking and doubts. Have no doubt that what you set out to do and come right behind that with the Mother of Fire. You need that fire energy. That Mother of Fire is showing people how to make fire. I can make it on my own. You can make it on your own too. You don't need anybody. That horse up there is female power and female strength, but it doesn't have to be about a female. This is about Tauruses as a whole. Do what you know how to do. Do what you know how to do. And don't worry about anything else. Block out the negative thinking, the negative thoughts, the negative doubts, because you're blocking your own happiness when you allow those to stay in your head and use them as an excuse not to accomplish anything, to go after the thing that you wanted, that you prayed for, that you asked for, that you wanted to give birth to. Go ahead and get that pleasure. Get that pleasure. Put that fire energy out there. I know you're earth sign, but you got to get some fire energy this week to get to your pleasure. You got to get some get up and go in you as an earth sign to accomplish things, to make them happen, to change things about yourself that you want to change. You're going to have to get that fire energy to get to that pleasure. Okay? Last clarifier I'm going to pull out, because that seems pretty good. Flow to your story here. Last card out is the Ace of Earth. So this is something that you've worked on for a long time. When I see the Ace of Earth, this is nothing new that you just had a whim and say, oh, I want to do this, and you're trying to look for it to be accomplished. This is something you've always wanted. You've been wanting it for a long time. And if you go ahead and unblock, stop dealing with that negative thinking, push that all to the side and push through it, it's about to turn you the results you've always wanted. You're going to get to that pleasure. Okay, Taurus, that was a good reading for you guys. Let me know how that resonates. It's pretty clear to me. You guys are wanting to do something, and sometimes you just have to fight through those negative feelings of feeling like you can't accomplish it, not believing in yourself, listening to other people who tell you it's not going to work. Push those people to the side, and you know what? It's going to work. It's going to work. I saw nothing but waterfalls and rainbows if you do what you're supposed to do mentally, which is block out anything else that's holding you back or making you feel negative and insecure about the venture that you set out to accomplish. You don't need that in your life. You need to think positive, push through, because you know you've put in the work for it. You know you've been working hard, and you deserve it to be returned with results. And what it will return you is a golden ear of corn, so to speak. It's going to return you the fruits of your labor. Okay? Hope you enjoyed your reading. You can always book a personal reading with me on my website, www.divinitygems33.com. Until next time.